This lesson on academic writing skills is about writing concisely and avoiding redundancy to achieve conciseness. We begin with a brief introduction to the importance of writing concisely and how to avoid redundancy with the definition of redundancy. Then, we move on to introduce some rules to avoid redundancy. Finally, we'll have comprehension check to help review what we have learned. So, let's first introduce the importance of conciseness in academic writing. Why is it important to write concisely? Avoiding redundancy is essential because by doing so, we can improve the readability of our writing. And by omitting or editing unnecessary words, we can achieve conciseness in academic writing. So what is redundancy? First, it refers to using more words than necessary to express the meaning. Second, redundancy refers to restating the repeated word or idea without adding new meaning. Let's look at some examples of redundancy and how we can revise for conciseness, such as small or large without incise, facts without adding true, history without wording past, evolve without over time, and consensus without adding of opinion. Next, let's move on to learn some rules of avoiding redundancy. Here are 5 rules to avoid redundancy. First, only use intensifiers or adverbs which can add a meaning. Second, do not repeat the words with the same meaning. For example, we can remove the word and in end result because the word result indicates an end. Third, avoid double negatives. Fourth, use precise words instead of vague words. And fifth, remove the redundant or unnecessary phrases. For example, we can use because instead of due to the fact that to make it more concise. Let's look at more examples. We can delete the repeated words such as in color in the first example because purple itself is a color. The second example is to delete a word which adds no meaning, such as a number of, and to delete the words with repeated meaning, such as developed, because the word modifications indicates the meaning of developed. So, after we have learned what redundancy is, its importance, and how to revise for conciseness, let's move on to check what we have learned. In the following part, please revise the 2 sentences to make them more concise. Let's look at the answer. In the first sentence, we can delete dull because it means the same to the word boring and does not contribute any meaning to the sentence, and then delete the pronoun it. In the second sentence, we can delete past since this word is redundant and does not add any additional information to the word histories, which usually means what happened in the past. Finally, let's review what we have learned in this lesson about writing for conciseness. First, only use intensifiers or adverbs that add meaning to the sentence. Second, remove the repeated words with the same meaning. Third, avoid using double negatives. Fourth, avoid using vague words. And fifth, eliminate redundant words and phrases. By following the directions in this lesson, we can write more concisely. Thank you for joining us for the lesson. The lesson is created by the Academic Writing Module Group at CCU and is founded by the Ministry of Education.